Now, this past week, Friday, we saw the shares of Tungala Resources going up or rising by over 11%. Now, this came after Thungela made an announcement or sort of like released their trading statements indicating or predicting, giving shareholders that they can expect some good earnings in their upcoming financial results, which is something that is truly amazing. Now, the company advised that on their upcoming earnings, they expect to report an EPS of between 60 rands and 61 rands 0.27, which is something that is truly amazing because, like I said, especially when looking at the EPS they reported in their previous year of 2020, which was a loss of around, I think it was minus 5 rand and 31 cents, which is something that I think it's a very huge improvement from repeating an EPS of minus 5.31. They are now expecting to report a positive EPS of between 60 rands and 61 rands. It's something that is truly amazing, and it is why, or this is one of the main reasons why we saw the shares of Thungela rising by over 11% on Friday. Now, this is not the first time we're talking of this company, Thungela Resources, on this channel. I've spoken a lot about this company on this channel because for those of you, of course, who don't know this company, this is a company that produces thermal coal which generates electricity. So this is one of the companies that, like I said, I've discussed with you. Now, part of the reason why Thungela Resources did this well last year is because of the surge in thermal coal price, which boosted the revenues of Thungela Resources. Now, this is something that is truly amazing. Now, the fact that this also impacted way positively their EPS, and now they are expecting a way positive EPS of between 60 rands and 61 rands is something that is incredible. So this is good thing because, like I always say, if a company continue reporting a better EPS or earnings per share than the one they reported in the previous quarters, it ought to be taken as a very good sign to say that this is a company that's doing well. This just means that the services that Thungela Resources offers are in demand, and we might see them being in demand in the years to come. And of course, in South Africa, you know that we've got problems with load shedding. I think Thungela Resources just fits in perfectly when looking at the current problems we have in South Africa. So this is a company that, from the current problems we have in South Africa of load shedding and the shortages of electricity, I can easily say that the future, when looking at the midterm, it's looking so bright for Thungela Resources. We can expect Thungela to continue doing well even in the years to come, which is why we saw them jumping from a negative loss of 5 rands and 31 cents to now expecting to report an EPS of between 60 and 61 rands. It's something that must show you the demand that, of course, we are getting to see in the services that Thungela Resources is providing, which is something that I think it's good to investors. Now, this is one of the main reasons, or this was the main reason why Thungela shares rose by over 11% on Friday. So I just thought I should just do this video because a lot of you have been asking me, why are the shares of Thungela Resources up, or why are the shares of Thungela Resources shooting up? But this was the reason. It's simply because of their upcoming earnings, or it's simply because of the announcement they make, or their trading statements of saying that they are expecting to report an EPS or an earnings per share of between 60 and 61 rand. So what do I think Tungala will be in the next 5 years? I think this is a company which is set to do very well, and I think it might continue, or we might see Thungela continuing to grow in terms of revenue generation. We might see Thungela continuing to report way better EPS or earnings per share than the ones they're reporting in the previous years, which is something that I believe that as an investor, it ought to attract you to stay long onto this Thungela Resource company. It ought to motivate you to probably load the boat on this stock. I will say it because I believe that this is a company which is just set to do very well. Now, one of the things they indicated on that trading statement is that the cost efficiency on their operation is one of the things that positively impacted their profitability. So their cost efficiency across their operations has improved, and it affected positively their profitability, which is something that is truly amazing. And this has to show you that the management of this company, they are working quite well, or they are doing quite well, which is why they indicated that the cost efficiency across operation improve, or which is why we saw the cost efficiency across operation improving. Now this is something that again is all to motivate you and shows you that Thungela Resources, we might see them doing well even in the years to come. Now with all that, guys, I believe that, as I've said, Thungela, it's one of that stock, or it's one of the stocks locally which will do very well. Now with all that, guys, please note that this video was just for entertainment purposes, and you should not take it as a professional financial advice video. Otherwise, if you seek professional financial advice, you already know what to do by now, and that is you need to go and consult the professionals. Now with all that, I make tons and tons of stock market investing videos on this channel, and if you think that this video was amazing, please don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and if you are new, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that YouTube can notify you every time I release a video. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best. But the most important thing to remember, or to note, or to always have at the back of your mind when you are investing in the stock market is that please do go and do your own due diligence, so that at least you can be comfortable when you are investing in stocks. You can be comfortable when you are investing in Thungela. Don't just take me from my word, but rather also go and confirm the things I'm saying about Thungela, so that at least you can be comfortable when you are investing into this stock. Otherwise, with all that, guys, that's all from me, and God bless you all.